But to the downside as we speak, down about 0.5%. The recent slump in crude has meant good news for drivers. Remember, it was recently at like $100 a barrel. Well, gas prices are now breaking below $3 a barrel in many states, 17 in fact, across the country. Alan Knuckman is standing by in the pitch of the CME. Never short of an opinion, Alan Knuckman. What is the trade on oil? And remember, I remember everything. So if you're going to put a forecast out there, make it a good one.
I am looking positive. I think the risk reward is skewed to the upside. There's more upside potential than there is downside. 75 is the key support from 2011 and 2012. That was the lows. And if you look at the markets yesterday, we made new relative lows and it came back and closed unchanged. So on a weekly basis, if we can finish on a weekly basis positive, I can be encouraged here. You've seen a heavy unwinding.
You're saying oil prices are going to go up. You're losing me.
I view oil as a barometer of economic strength and asset strength. So as a bull in the marketplace, I look at this as a positive, and looking at the unwinding that we've seen in the last couple of weeks of shorts, of the smart money that was short has covered their positions. That's very much a positive sign. But to get into politics, because I know that's where you want to go with this, I think this election could provide some relief to some companies that have been under some big pressure.
Why?
Just under the idea that regulatory pressures could ease. You could see coal companies bounce. You could see energy companies like REG. And if we get back to coal, Peabody Energy could bottom out as you see coal have a little bit of.
Alan, before we move on, that's based on what outcome of the election?
We're looking for Republicans to gain control once again, and that would give them some political relief on those energy stocks that have been beaten down over the last couple of years.
All right, I'm just, I know Alan from the pits of the CME, and I have to just kind of push him a little bit because he gets lost in his trader jargon, and I got to get big picture from him. Are you skeptical of anything you just heard from Mr. Knuckman?
Well, look, I'm going to remain bearish on oil, if anything. I mean, I get what he's saying, where you're looking at support at 75, and then he's looking at a technical level. The thing about it, though, is oil prices are coming down right now, mainly because of a price war that's taking place between Kuwait and Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia doesn't want to lose market share, so they're letting these prices drop. Therefore, we're experiencing that here. In this
You're going to have to set something straight for me, okay? Because we always look at two benchmark crude oil contracts. One is the WTI, which we use as the U.S. benchmark when we talk about oil being at $80 a barrel. Then there's the Brent crude contract, which we reference more as the European contract. So when you talk about OPEC, manipulating prices and things like that, are you referencing Brent crude or are you referencing the global oil market?
I'm looking at the global oil market. So what you want to look at, though, is OPEC countries is that they're looking at their cost per production. How much does it cost to take a barrel of oil and turn it into a petroleum product, something that they can use? The break-even point right now for a country like Saudi Arabia is actually a little over $100 right now a barrel. So when you start looking at the average price, they're losing money. The problem is that in Kuwait, well, not the problem, but in Kuwait, their break-even is at 70. So when you start looking at the Asian market right now, they don't want to lose that market share. Therefore, they're letting that price drop.
Alan, the reason I ask is because we're producing more oil in the United States than we ever have. And so for me to care about what's going on in the Middle East, I'm not as interested as I once was, and I'm not as interested as I once was in geopolitics affecting oil price because we're producing so much right here at home.
I think the downside is limited at these levels. The easy money's been made on this last 30% decline. Now it's difficult, obviously, to look for a whole lot more downside at these levels. But let's talk about results. If we want to bring it back to politics one more time, these results have occurred under this administration. We're producing the most oil in history.
Whoa, hold on. I got to bring Todd in for this.
He's right.
Nobody can deny the fact that these oil prices have come down while President Obama has been in office. Nobody can deny that. But one could certainly challenge the aspect that President Obama caused oil prices to come down $20.
No. He did not.
I didn't say that. I simply said that.
There was an implication.
Is there a causal relationship, yes or no?
Let me dovetail to what Alan's saying here, is that right now you have a number of items that took place within the Interior Department of the U.S. that actually happened back during Bush 43 days. And here you have some companies. Now we have some offshore drilling that's taking place, some leases that are being given by the federal government.
Mainly.
Okay, and technology helps as well. Right now, the United States is the largest producer of oil on the planet right now.
But Alan, isn't that the result of private business going and drilling? And if arguably, if there were not as many restrictions at the political level, at the federal government level, that we would be producing more oil.
I know, you're absolutely. Hey, look, the Interior Department said we have enough natural gas off of our. Hold on, Alan. We have enough natural gas off of our shores to heat every American home for the next 10 years. Yet the Interior Department, because of regulatory concerns, they're holding up those leases.
Alan, there are regulatory concerns that are holding back our oil producers in this country from producing even more oil.
There's always a boogeyman. We've got the most oil ever. Oil prices are at lows. I paid less than $3 a gallon this weekend for gas.
Congratulations. Alan Knuckman, thank you. Todd, stick around.
Thanks, Sandra.
All right.